Welcome back to Beat the Meat. We are now making sauces. And we're doing another diabetes sauce today. But seriously, it's another sauce that you can pair with carbohydrates to ideally mitigate those risks in affecting those blood sugar levels, that insulin resistance and that kind of thing. In my experience and in my personal opinion and from my research, that's a bit of a risk factor it's a big risk factor in the Western diet, and I think that risk goes up when you go to a vegan diet when you transition, because you're still eating what you normally eat, right? But you're removing that meat, you're losing some of that low carbohydrate, like those low carbohydrate ingredients. So anyway, this is all about transitioning, right? So this sauce today is one that you can pair with your rice, like a type of perhaps curry sauce. Add some vegetables in. And the kind of rice that you do want to have, if you're going to have white rice, if you've got to have it, is basmati. Alright? Because it tastes great and it's got better nutrition than your plain white rice. So let's jump in, and it's another quick, easy recipe. Right, we've got our saucepan. Let's turn the heat on. Nice and high. Our tin of budget tomatoes. Alright, and I'll put some water in. Okay, I'm going to put some water in. It's about half a cup of water. 1 teaspoon of my favorite Kashmiri chili powder. You can use any chili powder for this. Tomatoes and chili, that's a synergistic combination for sure. 1 teaspoon, this is a lot guys, of nutmeg, another anti-diabetic spice. Herbs and spices have loads of nutritional benefits. There are loads of things that are good about them, so we're going to get these herbs and spices in our life. We've got 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. I don't bother soaking them. They are a bit hard, but I don't think they're hard in a dangerous way. So nice and easy. 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. 1 teaspoon of fenugreek leaves. Fenugreek, it's just the bomb. Another anti-diabetic herb, okay? And we're creating a synergy here with the nutmeg and the fenugreek. And this is my opinion. I do all this stuff sort of intuitively and from experience, that putting nutmeg, which is highly anti-diabetic, and the fenugreek, has I don't think it's an additive benefit. I think it's synergistic, and there's an exponential benefit there. So we're synergizing with the nutmeg and the fenugreek in this sauce, so we can have our white rice as we normally do as we transition to a vegan diet, without disrupting perhaps the fiber too much, or maybe you just can't do brown rice for the moment. 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. Cloves go really well with tomatoes. Little secret ingredient that you might find in a ketchup. And of course, 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder. Stir that up. Alright, starting to simmer now. We're going to let it come to a boil. That's bubbling away nicely. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the heat down, and we're going to simmer it for 10 minutes. So we've simmered for 10 minutes. Sauce is thickened up a little bit. We're now going to add our tomato paste. We're going to add quite a lot. That's probably about 1.5 tablespoons, something like that. For color and flavor. Stir that up. Smelling really nice in here. We're now going to add coconut milk. We're going the whole can. The whole hog. Turn the heat back up. I don't like the colour of that. And regardless of what anyone says, adding tomato paste just deepens the flavour. Adding more just, yeah. So it's probably about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. It's coming up to a simmer now. That's all we really need. Back up to heat. So I'm going to go and get my stick blender and just blend this for a bit. Smooth out the sauce and we'll see what it looks like and then I'll season it. There it is. Colour's alright. Kind of peachy orangey colour. Creamy. It's a bit like a butter chicken sauce, guys. Fenugreek, secret ingredient in a butter chicken sauce. We're going to season it. There we go. About one of my magical teaspoons of salt. And now I'll taste it. Wow, that's a real potent sauce. It's quite spicy. It's got the sweetness of the fenugreek. And yeah, it's very well seasoned. The nutmeg's not as overpowering as you might think, so this is another one I recommend trying. This sauce is the kind of thing that gets better with time. Like if you ate that, if you use this the next day, it would be even better. All the spices and the flavors would come together. Such an extreme combination and a high quantity of nutmeg. It's definitely a confronting taste, but it is very, very delicious. And with time, all those flavors combine. So I don't know if you remember these. These are frozen. These are my polenta meatballs that I made in a previous episode. So we're going to chuck them in to make a nice, quick, easy meal to go with rice. And that sort of orange color with that sort of yellow color looks pretty good to me. They're bubbling away. I got some potatoes that I'd roasted last night, so I'll put some of them in. I'm going to add some, my favorite, frozen peas. Good amount in there. Give that a stir. Needs more peas. I love peas. Okay, and obviously, yeah, our fridge is looking pretty bare at the moment, but you know, put your broccoli in at the last. You know, something green, some spinach, or save your spinach and some other nice greens for a beautiful salad to go with this, guys. All we're going to do is bring it back up to heat. Get a little bit of a simmer going and then we're done. We don't want to overcook the peas. The peas do not take long to cook. They definitely don't take as long to cook as it says on the packet. We want to retain as much nutrition from these frozen vegetables because they're frozen, right? Alright, we got a bit of a simmer going. Yeah, we're good. And those peas are a vibrant green color. We don't want to kill that color. And that sauce is just glowing. Look at it. Right. Look at this, guys. Something like this, eh? Fill that right up. That's it. And this is where you can put your fresh herbs on top. I've got a bit of dried dill here, so you could go something like this. Something like that. Really want to show off, you could do a cross, I don't know. There you go. So you serve that with your rice, your basmati rice, and a nice salad. Man, vegan heaven. So what you're seeing in these sauces that are anti-diabetic, you're seeing a kind of orange kind of color or a pink kind of color, which is symbolizing really a fusion or a balance between red and white. And this kind of thinking sort of supports, for me, that's evidence for me in going about this the right way. We got to have a sort of spiritual connection with these ingredients. We definitely got to have our view of herbs and spices as medicine, as those things that, you know, we should really hold in a high regard, and the things that are going to provide us with nutrition and help us get to where we got to go. Bottom line is, this particular sauce tastes great, and it really satisfies that hunger, that taste that, you know, we want to enjoy our food. You'll definitely enjoy this. Hey, as always, you'll be surprised. It's just a curry, but it's a real tasty curry, unique tastes, and it's definitely nutritious, and it'll help keep those blood sugar levels in check. Thanks for watching. See you at the next one.